Hello, this is Steph, and I am going to offer today an update on my budget. It is currently the 18th of November, Tuesday, and I want to check in with my budget and share with you where I'm at with my numbers. First, as a recap, this top piece of, if you haven't seen one of my budget videos before, this top piece of the budget form I'm looking at for the month is money that I have in a what's called a cash management account. It's a checking account that I earn interest on. And I only use this to pay bills, essentially. I have a debit card, but I don't use it. So I know exactly what's going in and out of this account. No chance of overdraft. It's just very predictable for me. But so far this month, I have a car wash payment that's come out for $59.99. I have my power bill on level pay, and I pay $56 a month every month, so that's come out. My Sparklight has come out. That's my internet service. That's $75.84. However, they have given me a credit that's going to start next month. I get like $10 off a month for 12 months for being a loyal customer, apparently. So next month, this is going to go down to $65. That'll be nice. And then I have Verizon for my cell phone service. I pay $129.16, and that amount is for 2 cell phone lines and an Apple Watch. My phones are paid for. And then I have Verizon, I did Verizon. So then I have my water sewer trash bill. This is the only bill that I have that's pretty variable. I paid $120.32 this month. And I averaged the last 12 months, an average would have been $112. That's kind of what I budget from, but I was still watering my lawn last month, so I knew that was going to be a little higher. And then my natural gas bill is also on a level pay, and I pay $32 a month year round for that. And then I had, at the beginning of the month, I paid my student loan $70. I've also paid an additional $108 out of this account. I just don't have it. I didn't start out the month budgeting that amount, but I have paid more. I have paid, so that would have been $178 that I've paid so far. So that kind of takes care of that. That's just sort of, bread and butter sort of stuff for me. That happens. And then that's my sort of fixed spending. And then my variable spending is at the bottom here. This is the amount that I budgeted. This is the amount that I left in the account with my debit card. This is the amount that I took out in cash at the beginning of the month. And this is the amount, this $40 that I left in my savings account. So let's check in on my actual spending. So I've got my purse here. I'm going to pull it in. And I've got cards there, envelopes that I keep stuff in. And then I keep my cash right here. And, oh, I've got more change than whoa. I don't remember having that much change. Okay. So this is my wallet, and I've got a lot of change. Gosh, I don't remember getting this. Huh. Very strange. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. And the cash that's loose is my food money. So I took out in cash $400 at the beginning of the month. And I currently have $122 left in cash. So I'm going to tuck that back in my wallet before I misplace it. And then I keep my receipts in there too. And this is your reminder, if you don't already have it, the Fetch app is fabulous. You can just use your phone, scan receipts, and you get points for it. And then you can redeem your points for gift cards. And I use mine for Chewy to help buy pet food for my pets. So if you don't have it, there's a code down below if you want to use the app. It doesn't cost anything. And if you sign up with my code, then I think we both get like a credit of some sort for that. So just a thought if you're interested in. And so let me, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to do my, so yeah, let me just do the cash, and then I'll go over what some of my other goals were. So next, down in cash, I had $10 set aside for Costco. And if I'm remembering right, I left $10 in there from last month as well. And I have not spent this Costco money. I still have $20 in there. I did go to Costco, and I'm going to show you that in a minute, but I ended up using my card instead of my cash. So there's Costco, and then miscellaneous, $10. I have not touched my miscellaneous, so I still have the $10 in there. Put that back. And then the other next piece for cash that I took out, let's see here. The next piece that I took was $25 for Karma, and that is this binder here where I make donations to charity, and I ended up using all of that $25 to make, instead of putting it in my envelopes like I normally do, I used it with some that I already had in here, and I made a donation to my local food bank for the month. So I gave them the $25. And this is gas for my car, $70. I have filled up with gas one time. Let's see how much I've got left. I have 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38. So about half. I think that $70 is a good amount for me. I do need to fill up. I'm off full a little bit, so I probably will fill up next week. And so I think that $70 is a good amount for me, about how much gas I need for my vehicle for a month to keep my tank full. $30 for gifts. That's for Christmas. I use that in a savings challenge. Emergency, $10. I also use that, and it's in one of my sinking fund envelopes. And then, what do I have? This one, oh, self-care. I was like, why do I have another envelope? I didn't give myself any self-care money in cash this month. I just put it all in my spending account. So, and then the remaining $165 in cash went to savings challenges, and I've been divvying that up each week a little bit. Now let's check in on some of these categories a little further. For example, food. Here's my tracker for food. And I did give myself $70 at the beginning of the month for food. And there's my trip to Costco. I spent $20.22. And then I went to Walmart yesterday. So I did overspend that category by $1.47. Not too bad. I'm not happy. I'm not upset about that. And then I did have that $1.20 left or so. And I think that's going to be plenty for me. Next week is Thanksgiving, and I already purchased the turkey and everything I need for my meal. And there'll be lots of leftovers with that. So I'm feeling pretty good where I'm sitting with my food money. Pet food, at the beginning of the month, I gave myself $100, and there it is. I had a little bit left over from October, but I did overspend. My Chewy bill this month was $107.90, so I'm at a negative $4.94 for pet food. Subscriptions this month, let's see, I did pet food. Subscriptions, I gave myself $35, and I do have what's called a fat quarter. I get, what that is, let me just grab one to show you. I think I've got it sitting here. This is what I got for $21.19, as I have this mystery block, and I make blocks for a quilt that I'm making. Each month you get a different one. So that's what I get for that subscription that I have. And then 99 cents for Apple storage. So I gave myself too much. I thought I was going to pay for Apple TV, and I decided to cancel it. So I've got $12.82 left in there, and I don't have any other subscriptions that'll come out. So I probably at the end of the month will reallocate this little bit to cover this negative I've got going right here. And the 200 is serving me really well. I've been made, what did I say? I have a negative at Costco. I wonder if that's, oh no, that's that one. I spent something else for $2. Like, I didn't spend $2 at Costco, but I spent something on Ko-fi. One of the reasons I knew I wanted this is that I live in a hot, dry climate, and I buy fairly expensive moisturizer, and I've been waiting for it to go like on a Black Friday sale, and it finally did. And so I bought that this month. It was actually less than I thought. I ended up paying $67.20. That's one of those things. This moisturizer used to cost, like, retail price, like not on sale, was $89, and now the price has gone up to $112. I was so shocked, but I did get it on sale for the $67.20. And then I made a couple of Amazon purchases. I have to show you, it's so cute. I purchased a little paper punch that will punch holes in, like for the A6 or an A5 binder. I only had a 3-hole punch previously and my Happy Planner punch, but so I wanted to be able to put some envelopes in. So I got this cute pink hole punch. And then I did invest this 4236. I invested in a microphone so that hopefully my videos are a little bit louder. I know I'm soft-spoken. And then I did make some Etsy purchases and stuff. So, but I have 5146. That should serve me well. I don't really know of anything else I want to get. I was kind of thinking that I wanted to buy a pair of jeans, but I think I talked myself out of it. So we'll see. I don't have any other plans for buying anything for myself. And then I started out with 157.47 to pay for health expenses. I've not spent any of that money yet, but I do just have a bill sitting here on my desk that I need to pay. That's $80 even for a dental bill. So that's going to be cut in half just about. Let's go back to my budget then. So I think, I need to turn the pages. That takes care of a lot of my spending. I did out of my savings account. It's where I keep my money for pet prescriptions and vet visits, and I have not touched that. I still have the 115.40, but both my cats need to go in for checkups, and that's not going to be enough. So I'm going to need to take some money out of another savings to pay for that, I think. And my son-in-law's birthday is next week on Thanksgiving, so I bought him a little gift, and so I did spend some of I got it labeled Christmas here, but I kind of think of it as my gift holding account. So, but I still have just under $600 in my gift account. So that's going to be depleted for Christmas coming up. But I knew I had that birthday too. So I think that, they're just kind of to show you how I keep track of my funds. I kind of do it two ways. I have like records where I keep track of the actual balance, like a check register in each of my accounts. And then I do these category breakdowns, and then I do the math and make sure that they balance each other. That's kind of how I put that together each month. And then I have another account that's a high yield savings account. So I keep track of, I have money for my future health in there. And then I have some money that I'm setting aside that I want to put into a CD ladder. So I keep track of that as well, except for I'm realizing this is not up to date. I made a deposit of $2,000 for the CD ladder. I think I did that on the 5th. So this is going to be 260,294. I had 2 CDs with Fidelity that matured, and I rather than roll them over to Fidelity, I moved them to my accounts with Bread Financial, and I haven't done it yet, but I intend to open up another CD in December. I'm waiting till December. And I like this bank and how they do their CDs, but they do require a high minimum to open a CD, and it's $1,500. So that's why I kind of have $2,500 sitting there waiting to open that CD. Here's how I keep track of my CDs. I actually changed it. I'm going to do a whole CD video probably. Let me see if I can. I know these are the wrong direction. So this is my current CDs, and I keep track of their maturity date. This is more of a traditional CD ladder. I have CDs maturing on different years at different times, but I am moving more towards, my intention is to move it towards a CD ladder that the funds mature. They're only held for 1 year, and they mature monthly rather than yearly, so that if I needed, I'm using it like an emergency savings account, that if I would have, for example, this is the current balance that my goal is to have $4,000 a month in CDs that mature. And that's what I'm trying to build up to. But I've kind of got some months where I don't have any CDs, so I'm using that little bit of savings that I've got to try and fill in some of the holes in my new strategy. So I think that is all of my money issues. The only thing that I haven't shared, and I haven't done the math on it yet, is my income from my side hustles. I have accounts, or I earn money through selling used items on eBay, Etsy, and other platforms. And I also sell some digital items. I earn interest on some of these accounts. But honestly, I have, my sales have not been great, but mostly because I haven't been putting a lot of effort into that. But I will do a full income recap at the end of the month, but I didn't get it prepared for today. It is underwhelming, but I am getting some things happening, but not a whole lot going on. I thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, and I just wanted to, I think it's interesting to see how other people organize their money. We all do it differently. We all have different, things that we do with ourselves, but I feel like I'm in a really good place. My budget is working for me, and that's really the goal, is that you give yourself what you need to meet your spending, saving, investment goals, that sort of thing. So I hope this was helpful for you, and thanks for spending time with me. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.